What's going on, everyone? Welcome. Hope everyone had a fantastic Easter. He is risen. Indeed, he is risen. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, risen from the dead, just as he said. Thanks be to God. So it's Easter's always a really I don't really know how to describe Easter. I mean, obviously the bunny and the eggs and all that stuff I don't even care about. To me, that's not what Easter is. Like I genuinely when I think of Easter, I don't think of that. I think of Jesus. I think of his resurrection. I don't think of, um, you know, eggs and all that stuff. I mean, shoot. And probably the reason for that I feel is Lent. I spend so much of my time leading up into Easter. Focusing and meditating on the life of Christ, but of course, more specifically, his passion, death, and resurrection, which is obviously the most important part of his life. So, but yeah, so I've been, really pondering that. I watched The Passion of the Christ. It was a Good Friday, so I shed some tears at that. That's always a I don't mind. I mean, I'm a Walking Dead fan, so gore is not really a huge problem. I mean, even in the context of who is receiving that kind of gore or that kind of violence, it makes me upset, but I don't shy away at it. It's not like, you know, I don't know, it's weird. But I rewatched that movie, shed some tears. That's always a hard movie to watch, Passion of the Christ. Um, of course, I went to mass Thursday night. Fridays. If you if you don't know what's up, Alex, happy Easter, brother. We better go to bed. But yes, Jesus is King. More importantly, though, Jesus is Lord. Uh, Not when it comes to his religion. I think in terms of his movies and that movie in particular, they're based, but he's a really heretical Catholic. I don't know if you know that, Alex. He's very heretical. He doesn't even think Pope Francis is the Pope, and that's, for a Catholic to say that, it's very heretical. But other than that, I mean, yeah, he's a good movie maker. He's a good filmmaker. Yeah, I think they call him a Sedevacantiest. They're a group of it's a really strange word, but it's a group of Catholics who they think that the papacy is vacant and has been vacant since Vatican II, I think. Um, but anyway, and he's also very anti-Semitic too. I don't know what you're talking about. Hello, Vizzy. My mother went to Catholic church growing up. Nice. But anyway, what else did I do? Oh yeah, watch WrestleMania. Well, only the main events. See, I like wrestling, but like all the other stuff, I don't really care about all the other wrestlers. I mean, I just don't. I don't care about that. I mean, I prefer, I prefer watching matches with like the main cards, the main wrestlers. So I watched the main events for both. I felt the night one main event between CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins was a great match. Um, that was the real main event. But the main event between Cody and John, I don't want to spoil it, if you haven't seen it. But I didn't like it. It was a terrible ending. Mel went to the same church as my mom back in the 80s. My mom must have got hit by Gibson's car. That's crazy. That's crazy, Alex. I didn't know that. Amen. Happy Easter, Sea Spider. Sometimes my mom was like, "Oh, Marcus almost hit me." That's funny. Um, yeah, it's I have not like I said, I've not seen the other I know that the match between Jey Uso and Gunther had some criticism, and but now again the CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, that was a fun match to watch and it had a good ending. But the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, not Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes and John Cena, um, that was terrible. It was a terrible ending. Terrible. It felt more like a mid card match than a main event, which for WrestleMania is not good. It's not a good match at all. And now I don't mind who won. Again, I'm not going to say who won. I don't mind who won, but it's the way the match ended that was terrible. And once you watch it, see Spider, you'll understand. Yeah, I would watch night one first. Watch that main event because it was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, don't be expecting like it was like last year's WrestleMania was great. That was a great WrestleMania to watch. It especially obviously the main event was perfect, and I think almost in every way it was perfect. The match was wonderful. It was a lot of fun. It was long. It's nice and long. I mean, it was a great match, and this wasn't anything like that. It just wasn't. Last year's main event was perfect, and none of that happened. So anyway, like I said, I don't want to spoil who won. I don't want to spoil anything else, but all I'll say is if you are expecting this grand, extravagant match like last year, you're not going to get it. What I think of Seth Rollins' glasses last night, bad too. What kind of glasses was he wearing? I don't remember. WrestleMania 41. I don't know. Why don't I remember this? Like the sunglasses? Oh, those? Oh, no, that was an older one. I don't recall this. What's up, Brennan? I did not watch all of it. I only watched the main events because I don't care about all the other wrestlers that are in it. I think the only match I kind of was also looking forward to was Randy Orton because I think he was supposed to face Kevin Owens, which I think those are both of those wrestlers are great. Except obviously Randy, but I love Kevin too. Um, but yeah, I only watched the main events. I sure was very good. Attitude Era is perfect, especially WCW. I mean, WCW is probably the best wrestling ever. I mean, late '90s WCW is perfect. After Christmas, I'll watch WWE for a bit, but I'm not entirely up to date with the lead up to the main event. But I'm so excited to watch it though. If you want like a brief rundown, basically, I mean, you know this, but John Cena's going to retire. He turns heel, and he's basically just been talking a lot of crap about not obviously Cody and then WWE fans. Um, but yeah, did it? I don't remember. I mean, look, I bet I guess I can look up his entrance. I'm sure WWE's posted it. Seth Rollins wrestle. I love Seth Rollins. I think he's a great wrestler. Trent's. Okay, that's not a good angle. Yeah, I kind of see it. I don't understand where the crown of thorns is coming from. Oh, I guess they're kinda thorny? Nah, I don't think that at all. I don't get that impression at all. Yeah, that's the golden age of wrestling for sure. I thought you meant just the Attitude Era. I mean, that does include the Attitude Era. Reading Wheel of Time was written by a Mormon. I heard those are pretty good books. First books. I finished another by another Mormon, Brandon Sanderson. Oh, he's a Mormon? I didn't know that. Right, yeah, I don't mind those glasses at all, Scott. I mean, how do you feel about them? What do you think? But what I will say, seeing CM Punk in a wrestling ring, well, not just any wrestling, a WWE ring at WrestleMania, it's great. It's perfect, and I love what they're doing with him too. Because I think, I think what makes that match special is it's such an interesting match, and it's the main event of WrestleMania. But there's no title involved. There's no championship being, up for grabs, which I think is really cool. Because that really shows you that they've really set up that match right. With the conflict between those three. I mean, they are characters, so I guess those three characters. I mean, I just think it's really good. I thought that whole lead up was really nice. Uh, totally just consistent, but he's must not consistent character from inception. Yeah, you're right. I noticed it immediately. I thought it was Bastard Shape. His background. What's his background? Has he had like an anti-Christian background or something? I didn't notice it, be honest with you. I really didn't. Oh, he's an atheist? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have a problem with it. Is Becky Lynch an atheist? I know she's Irish. Oh, let me see. No. There's nothing on it, but I don't mind. And if he did do that intentionally, the Lord will have his day. So, but I mean, or Scott, I mean, there are people like on the internet like upset over it. Like I said, I didn't notice it. I don't even think I noticed the spikes when I saw his entrance until you said something. I don't know. But yeah, that's my thoughts on WrestleMania. I think it's kind of poetic too with you know well, I don't want to say that, but I think the way that match ended, the triple threat, compared to how the main event 10 years ago ended, WrestleMania 31, which was my first WrestleMania I ever watched, by the way. Um, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a very good ending. And I also liked how Paul Heyman, I mean, he's a great guy in the wrestling world. I mean, I love I mean, he's just done so much work for wrestling, and I mean, he's done a lot of good things in wrestling. Obviously, he ran ECW, and then he's been just a great manager for so many great wrestlers. But to see him play a central role in that story, because a lot of managers don't do that anymore. In fact, there's really not a lot of managers in WWE anymore when you think about it. It's really just Paul Heyman that I can think of. Um, and I don't know. I just really liked it a lot. I didn't see what anyone else said about it. It seemed like an Olympics opening ceremony center. I don't know. You know what? If you felt convicted about that, Scott, I mean, I can't blame you at all. That's how you felt. But personally, I don't have an issue with it. Is this to Liam, Alex? I'm confused. Also, we got to do another stream. I mean, the anniversary is coming up, Alex. I might the EU reboot anniversary coming up. Um, and I think we should get together with Brennan and other people and see if they want to do a stream on that day. Ah, okay. Nice. Hope you enjoy those books, Liam. Well, what else have I been up to? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to start some conversation. Get off that WrestleMania topic. Um, yeah, yeah. I literally just finished watching that match between John and Cody, and I'm just, I mean, it was terrible. It's terrible. But I really don't like. I don't like the two-night WrestleMania thing. I don't like it at all. I think it's terrible. I don't know why they do it because I would rather them do 7, 8 really good matches than like. Well, I mean, I don't really know how many matches are in total. Even if it's just 6, 5 or 6 matches. I mean, I would rather them do 5, 4, 5, no, not 4, but 5, 6, 7 matches that are just really good on one night, as opposed to like I don't know, like 10 or 11, like they've been doing, and just have it, and then so yeah, 7. So they do 14 matches. Um, and I'd rather them do just 7 really fantastic matches with storylines that we really care about than do 14 matches with, because I don't care about El Grande Americano, or otherwise known as Chad Gable, and Ray Phoenix. Like I don't know who those people are. Um, I'd rather them focus on matches like, all the titles, of course. I don't know. I just that's how I feel. But it looks like Randy Orton fought Joe Hendry. If you don't know who that is, he is the world champion on TNA, which is a different promotion. And yeah, see, I guess WWE and TNA have signed like a deal, and they're sort of sharing their wrestler. So that's cool because Kevin Owens had got hurt, and so who was Randy Orton going to face? But I think that's pretty cool. What? That is lame. I just looked at the time for that match. It's so lame. Oh my gosh. That should have been like a 20, 30-minute match. Anyway. Yeah, this WrestleMania was terrible. It's terrible. Like, this card is just bad. Like, ah, terrible. Let me see here. Exactly. It should be a one-day event with 6 or 7 really good quality matches that have quality stories. Because that's used to be what WrestleMania was. I mean, for what was it, like 30 years? I don't know when they started doing 35 years. I don't know when they started the two-night thing. I just don't like that at all. I don't like the two-night approach. You're right. I'm trying to avoid spoilers though, because Liam hasn't seen it. I'm gonna have to bounce here and like find it. Probably sorry to leave. No, you're good, brother. But I've got to come on for you. Enjoy talking to WWE books. So hell yeah, man. Nice hearing from you all. Hope you guys have a fantastic, happy. Absolutely. You too, brother. Good night, Scott. If you'd like to come on, more than welcome to. I got the link copied. Let me know if you want to come on. Oh. Alex, I guess you can come on too if you want. No, Alex, you need to go to bed. First thing you said to me was, I gotta sleep. So you need to go to sleep, Alex. Go to bed. Get in the basement. But yeah, man, that card, that WrestleMania card is really, really bad. Now, I'm glad that Jey Uso is now champion. Here's the problem. Here's my problem with the World Heavyweight Championship in WWE. Now, I know most people say, well, it still feels like a secondary title. And yeah, I mean, I get why they need to do um like a secondary world championship. And I mean, with the bland split, I mean that fair enough. Fair enough. And I mean, but they'll never create another championship that's like the WWE Championship. I mean, there's never going to be another championship that's as prestigious as that. The problem is with this World Heavyweight Championship is they're calling it the World Heavyweight Championship. The the belt's design is clearly based off the big gold belt from the 90s. So, which is fine. What they should have just said is, but I mean, the thing is, even though the titles have the same name and they look like each other, they are different lineages, meaning they're technically different titles. So, but what they should have done was they should have brought the World Heavyweight Championship back. If they want to do a belt redesign, go ahead. Okay, that's fine. Well, what they should have said is that World Heavyweight Championship is gonna be the same championship that was held by Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair or well, I don't want to say Sting because WWE's version is different from WCW's version, but in terms of its lineage. But The Rock held it, and John Cena held it, CM Punk held it. I mean, so many great wrestlers have held the big gold belt in WWE. Yeah. So, and even if it was technically separate, like, because there was the NWA version, there was the WCW version, and then it was the WWE version. I mean, and those are all different technically. Well, I guess the NWA is not different because WCW comes out of NWA anyway. If they said it had the same lineage as the one WWE used, you know what? I think that title would be a hell of a lot more prestigious and sought after. Because at this point, It's like the Universal Championship when that was introduced back in 2016. Like, but even then, like, I mean, interestingly enough, the Universal Championship is more prestigious compared to this new World Heavyweight Championship because I mean, look who's held the Universal Championship: Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, uh, Brock Lesnar, Goldberg. I mean, so many great wrestlers have held that title. And what they need to do, first of all, they need to get rid of they need to get rid of this undisputed They just need to call it the WWE Championship. They need to get rid of the Universal Championship, retire that title, and I think what they need to do is completely just redesign the WWE Championship. Um, I mean, I think they are going to do that because I know they've already redesigned all the tag team belts. They've redesigned, obviously, they introduced that new World Heavyweight belt. Um, they redesigned the women's belts. I think they did. Did they? I don't remember. Women's World Championship. Not really. It's just the same. It's just the World Heavyweight Championship belt with a freaking white strap on it, which is annoying. Then there's the Women's Championship, which just looks like, you know, the WWE Championship, just white with a white strap. And I hate that too. I hate that I mean, in principle, it sounds cool when all the belts, if it's a world title or a tag team belt or intercontinental championship or United States championship. Whether it's woman or man, I like that they had that same concept, but in reality, it just looks lazy. I mean, so the concept is cool, uniformity, but in reality, the way it comes out is just lazy. And it also is somewhat rough to tell the difference between the titles. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. And even with like the women's belts, I mean, these like technically the women's championship was established in 2016, and the women's world championship was established also in 2016. I mean, imagine if they had the same lineage as like the original WWE Women's Championship from like the early 2000s. I mean, wouldn't that make it a hell of a lot more prestigious? And I think that's a lot of the problem is when they keep rebooting the titles like this and they keep changing it and they keep adding new ones, the belts don't have any meaning anymore. That's why the WWE Championship is so prestigious because it goes back to the freaking 60s. And it doesn't, I mean, it's been held by some of the greatest of all time. So, I don't know. The Intercontinental Championship, United States Championship, and the WWE Championship, those are the only titles in WWE at the moment that have any sort of meaning, at least to me personally. The others don't have any meaning, and I think that hurts I think that hurts the country. That's just my opinion, for whatever it's worth. And I'm not saying like they should keep the belt the signs the same. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they need to keep the lineages the same. They need to take the women's championships, at least one of them, like the Raw. I think the Raw women's title would make a little bit more sense. Connect that to the earlier lineages. Same with the World Heavyweight Championship. Make that, okay, this is the continuing, legacy of the original. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, if I wasn't working tomorrow. Fair enough. But you'll be in my chat talking. Scott, you there, dude? You want to come on? Here, I'll send you the link anyway. If I can find you. Yeah. So my favorite color? I don't have a favorite color. Too old for that. Frizzy, who are you? Who are you? I'm interested in learning who you are. Fair enough, brother. Anyway, my rambling on WWE Championships is over. But that's just my opinion on that topic. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know who you are. Yeah, I know who you are. I'm friends with you now. Yeah, I know who you are now. I'll have to tell you why I got banned from that server another time. It's a funny story. It's also a really sad story. But what I will tell you, Fizzy, you have to walk on eggshells with the people of that server. Not everyone, not all the mods. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. But yes, Logan likes Legends is pretty cool. Not the other ones. Yes, I'll have to tell you another time. But yes, I got banned. Not like it was a surprise or I don't think I deserved it, but I'll have to tell you another time, Scott. The details. Let's just say I broke I hurt their feelings. Just say that. I'll just say that. I hurt their feelings. And I also got blocked by a couple of people too. People I've known forever and people that, you know, none of you would know or who they were if it wasn't for me. Uh, they blocked me immediately. It shows you the kind of friends they were. It was really just one person, but that kind of shows you the kind of friend that they were. It's all right. I wanted to get banned from that server because, um, well, I told you about it. It was the situation with Titus. Um, I think I told you the story. It was that situation. So I wanted to get banned. I didn't want to be a part of that anymore. But I think as I said on my last live stream, um, the drama and the bullshit within this fandom it it makes it not fun to be in the fandom. You know, the over caring about who others hang out with, what someone has to say, what their opinions are on a book, or just just crap like that. It's it's so ridiculous. And I hope those people in that community, the SE community as they call themselves, I hope they're listening because they're making it not fun to be an EU fan. And I think that's the worst part about it. Yeah, freak. Oh, don't nah. Titus doesn't want to be in that server. Don't worry, he doesn't. He don't want to be in that server. Not after what they did. Not after what they said about him, and then what they did to me. They don't want to have. He doesn't want to have anything to do with it now. I was in VC when you were trying to talk to them about Titus, and they wanted you to not talk about him. I don't know who Titus is. What he did. Um, Titus is my best friend. Him and I talk almost every night. He is a great friend of mine. He is my best friend, as a matter of fact. He's a Star Wars fan. He's been on my videos. He does voting on with me and Ken on on YouTube, that podcast that we do. So I mean if you wanna you know, see what he's like, go on those videos. But he wanted to join the SE server because he wanted to he honestly just wanted to get to know Joe, and he wanted to get to know that community, and he wanted to learn more about supernatural encounters. I mean, honestly, that's all he wanted. He had no intention of starting anything, but they didn't let him join just because of things they heard about him, things that would, you know, uh, hurt the safe space that Joe was trying to establish. This bullshit is what it was. I know exactly why. I'm not going to tell you the details why. They have not told me this, but come on, I know why. There's a larger story to that, why they won't let him join. It has nothing to do with most of the mods of that server. It's a certain mod. Um, and it was an altercation he had with them, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago now. That's why he's not allowed on the server. Anyway, I don't want to get down that rabbit hole, but all I'm gonna say anymore about that server is the people running that server are a bunch of nut jobs. They are a bunch of snowflakes. Um, you say anything they don't like, they will ban you and declare you. Apparently, then they start gossiping about you too. Um, yeah, they do gossip about you, and then they don't want to have anything to do with you. And if you hang out with them, or if you're on their streams, they'll crucify you too. So there's also that. And usually I wouldn't even like say these kind of things on stream. I kind of keep it private. But you know what? I get sick and fucking tired of it. You know, all the bullshit and drama. And at the end of the day, this is my fucking channel. I'll do whatever the hell I want to do on here. I get tired of people trying to police my channel too. And there have been certain people that I no longer associate with that, and they hopefully don't watch my videos anymore. They try and police the things I say. Fuck that. I say whatever the hell I want to say on here. Sorry for swearing. I really shouldn't be swearing because this is an Easter stream. But in fact, I'm gonna stop swearing. But I mean, it's very irritating. And when you've been dealing with it for so long, sometimes you can't help but swear. Especially with how they treated Titus. I mean, he's my best friend. And when I see someone I really care about be treated poorly, you know, you want to defend them. You want to defend them. But and that's what it comes down to ultimately. And it's not just him; it's other people that I'm close with that are being mistreated. And there comes a point when you put it and you're gonna say something about it. And this is me saying something about it, and I will continue to say it. And that's why I've posted the memes that I've posted on my community page, because I mean it's me standing up for not just myself, but most importantly, at least to me, most importantly, the people I care about and the people I'm friends with. And I've been friends with, shoot, hell of a lot longer than I've been, friends with anybody in that Supernatural Encounter server. So, and I also want to say this is not a knock on Supernatural Encounters as a book. I've not read the book. I have 2 copies of the damn thing. One of them signed by Joe. It's nothing against that. Now, there are parts of that book I think are ridiculous, and if you've seen my community post, which parts I'm talking about. But and what was that saying? I lost my train of thought. Um, what was I saying? Supernatural encounters. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Not a knock on the book itself. Now, I'm sure if I did knock on it in that server, they would ban me for it too. But that's beside the point. I reacted with a pregnant man emoji to an at everyone ping, which I do on other servers, but they didn't like it, so that's my bad. And yeah, but I understood why and respected their wishes. Wait a minute. So let me get this straight. That is supposed to be an inclusive server. That is supposed to be a server run by liberals. Okay. What liberals? They are liberals. Okay. Which I mean, I don't have any. I don't agree with it, but I don't. I don't have. I'm not holding that against them. Okay. I hang out with liberals all the time too. It's Anyway, some of my closest friends are liberals, and they got upset. They used the pregnant man emoji. Isn't that what they fight for? People like transgender men being pregnant and then accepting that. Isn't that what they fight for? Either they didn't like you using that or they didn't like the way you were using it. I don't know. Whatever. What do I know? Hell do I know? Oh, what the hell do I know? I don't know anything apparently. But yeah, ultimately, the way I want things to be, I want everyone to get along, and maybe that sounds hypocritical with everything I just said about the SE server, but ultimately, you know what? If they were to come to me and if they were to apologize for what they said, not to me but to Titus, and if they wanted a fresh start, I would give them a chance, another chance. I would, you know. Maybe not now, but maybe in the future. I think now I need more time to process all that. But if in the future when things settle down, you know what, I would give them a chance. If they want another opportunity at Unity, I don't see why not. Like I said, not now. Now I don't want to have anything to do with them. But in the future, when things settle down, I don't see why not. Even if I have a feeling they haven't changed, I would still give them a chance because first of all, I believe in mercy. I believe in showing mercy to people who, even if they don't, then I believe in showing mercy, and that is not, that partly that is, that's the message of Christ, and I want to live that in my life. But also this is Star Wars, so it's not that big a deal. I mean, I'm certainly not gonna make it one, but yeah, I mean, I don't see the problem with that. Now, are they gonna be mature enough to come up and apologize? No. Are they Do they care? Absolutely not. They probably have not thought about me since then. Um, but I would show them mercy and I would forgive them. If anything, I've already forgiven them. There's no point in, not forgiving them over something. I mean, something that, it means something, but ultimately it doesn't mean anything because it's drama over Star Wars, in a Star Wars community, and that doesn't mean anything. But anyway, it's all I want to do. And ever since I started my channel and started having any presence on the internet, it's to unite people. It's to talk about what I enjoy. It's to have fun. I mean, ultimately, it's to have fun. That's why I did that stream with Brendan the other day because I wanted to have fun. It wasn't. It was on Brendan's channel, but I mean, Scott was there, Brady was there, Chris Nelson was there. Who else was there? Alex very briefly was there. Titus was there. That was fun. I want to do it again for. I have to actually ask Brennan about that. I need to reach out and ask him. But I would like to do that again for on the 25th. What's the 25th? Is that a so today's the 21st, Monday, 22nd, 23rd, 20. Oh, it's Friday. But it had to be a midday stream because I work Friday night. But that'd be fun. I need to ask him about that. I need to ask him for sure. Maybe see if we can get Matt on. If he's available. So, well, I'm gonna maybe keep streaming for about another 14 minutes or so, 15 minutes. If, is there anything you guys want my opinion on or want to ask me about regarding Star Wars or anything? Yeah, Matt Wilkins. He's apparently a villain in many people's eyes, even though he talks about Star Wars on his channel. Matt Wilkins is a pretty good friend of mine. It's weird to say that. It's really weird to say that because to me he just used to be a YouTuber and I watch his videos and a lot of his videos is what got me into the EU movement. It's weird to say he's my friend now. It's weird to say that. It's weird. He's a great guy though, for sure. I don't know who else. I mean, we'll see if Scott wants to join and Titus. No, not. Well, you know what? I'll see. I'll see. I'll think about it because I'll be a lot older by then. I'll be driving by then. I'll think about it. You know what, Scott? I'll think about it. LA is not. I mean, it's far. I mean, but not. It's not Japan. It's not Japan. I'll think about it though. That you know what? I'll sit on that. I'll think about that. Especially if other people, well, I'm sure a lot of other people I mean, if other people in the EU fandom are gonna go, then definitely I'll try to figure a way to get there. Let's think about it though. I didn't. I guess I'm guessing they announced it was gonna be in LA. Lucky, yeah, yeah. If you start doing YouTube, you'll eventually meet him. Yeah, I do play. I play Rivals, Minecraft, Fortnite. I play all the popular games. Well, I just have to see what my schedule's like at that time, and then finances, and then school. Most importantly, school. I have to see what's going on with that. Is it when is it like? Is it going to be? I'm guessing it's going to be around April. If it, yeah, I don't know. I have to see what. I mean, that's a couple of years from now, Scott. I don't know. I'd have to see. But a lot of it also is it's Disney canon stuff, and I know that there are some EU things there, but I mean, I would really only consider going if like heavily consider it if other people were going to be there. People I know, like if Brennan was going to be there or Alex or so, my friends. Now, if it was in like Dallas, then it would be absolutely no matter who's there. Absolutely I would go, but um I don't know. April? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll have school then. I mean, I'll be in the middle of hell, I'll be in my senior year at that time. That's weird. That's weird. I'm gonna be a senior in college, dude. Yeah, I know. But at the same time, I need to be helping around with bills around here and just other finances. I mean, celebration, I don't know. I'd have to really think about it. So my answer is I don't know. That's my answer. Well, by then, bills won't be a big thing. Well, hopefully by then I'm in moved out of the house. I don't know, Scott. There's just a lot of variables that I have to consider before then, man. There's just a lot. And I'm so focused on what I'm doing now and what I'm trying to get accomplished now. Like I'm trying to get my associates, which is by the end of the fall, I should have it. Speaking my language, Fizzy, speaking my language. Been ranting about this for years. Speaking my language. They reboot for the sake of creative freedom, then they rip from the EU, and then that's all people know about. And I can't stand it. Ugh. I wish it was during the summer, Scott, the convention. If it was during the summer, I mean, maybe I would heavily consider it, or I'd consider it more so. But if it's during the school year, so it's just a lot. Hey, I mean, look, if a bunch of people that we know are going, then I mean that would give me more reason to try and make it. But again, like I said, Scott, there's just a lot of variables to consider, man. And in my situation, at least, it's every year is financially is different for me, so it's just a lot. It's a lot. I mean, if I do go, my family would be going with me for sure. Apparently, you have to go to Celebration to see trailers of shows and stuff, which I think is stupid. By the way, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that they have exclusive trailers for Celebration. And I think it's ridiculous because they leak anyway. I've seen hell all the leaked trailers that they've already had. I've seen them all. I mean, I've seen them because they've leaked. I mean, there's no point in having Celebration exclusive trailers. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Because, sorry, but not every single Star Wars fan has the kind of money to go to Japan for a weekend. I mean, they just don't. I don't know. I just don't like it. Just my opinion. Yeah, leaky trailers, leaky trailers. But yeah, so I will definitely consider it, Scott. I mean, if it's in 2027, it's a lot more feasible for me. Like theoretically, it's a lot more possible. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream because my mom needs to talk to me about something. So thank you guys for joining and for listening to me ramble for almost an hour. Just that's what I do. Thank you to everyone who joined, Scott, Fizzy, Alex, Liam, everyone who joined. For the people who did not talk in chat, thank you for joining. I'll talk to you guys next time. Hopefully we'll do a stream on Friday for the anniversary. We'll see. I mean, I'll probably just do one even if it's just me, but I mean we'll see. But thank you guys so much for joining. You all have a good night.